taking work off. Two mixed girls in the crib with their shirt off. I could have a threesome, but I gotta jump off to them pictures that you sent me living under iCloud. Can't remember my passwords, and I can't see anything past her.
Salutations. I felt called and drawn. I just wanted to do a tarot reading again because I just did one on treachery, jealousy, and hateradness, and that one is only going on YouTube because those tarot readings are so silly to me. So I wanted to do another one like I did earlier this week because this has been such a good week. I have a lot of energy, so I was like, I could probably pump out a lot of tarot videos that are sweet. And yeah, quick tarot videos that are sweet. So everyone's like, what is this reading gonna be about? I don't even know what the reading is gonna be about. We're gonna figure it out together. So I'm gonna extra one card. Just tell me what this reading should be about. Ten of Swords in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse. The Devil. And the Chariot in reverse. Okay. Six of Cups in reverse. And the Star upright. The Star with the Devil and opposing ends says, I have hope of one day accomplishing my dreams, but it's in reverse. I have hopes of one day accomplishing my dreams. I have hopes of one day reaching fulfillment, but I can't seem to get my thoughts together. I can't seem to find mental balance. I can't seem to find flow. I can't seem to find breath. It all seems so much. It all holds me back. It all makes me feel as though I cannot breathe. My music just stopped playing in the background, but we'll just let it stop. It all makes me feel as though I cannot breathe. It all makes me cry. It all makes me hurt. And through it all I want to do is find some stability. But I can't seem to find a way to ground myself. I can't even ground my thoughts. I can't even ground my thoughts. I want to change so bad. I want to change so bad. I want to move forward. But I'm chained to the devil. I'm chained to the devil. I'm chained to my patterns. I'm chained to my baggage. I'm chained to my past. Oh, this is gonna be a YouTube video because I get the message. I'm chained to my past. Oh, okay. And then on the bottom is the sun in reverse. I want to have hope, but I don't know how because it's been too much. So I just did a 3-part series on my channel on the importance of shadow work. What is shadow work? It really was just an overview on how to begin engaging with shadow work, what I believed shadow work is, and how to start engaging. And not even how to start engaging, just an overview of shadow work. And I think that after I had made that video, it became clear to me that what I was probably missing in that video is actually creating a video on how to start shadow work, on how to begin that journey back to self is what I will call it. Hopefully we have enough sunlight hours. Hopefully we have enough sunlight time. I probably will start this video over again because I want to properly set up. I thought I was going to be doing a quick tarot video, but I am being called and led to, through tarot, use my divination skills to bring tips on how to continue on with shadow work or how to begin shadow work. I think how to begin and continue on with shadow work is what this video will be on. I love that. I love that I began not knowing what that was going to be on, and the spirit was like, this is the message and this is how we are going to lead and go. So I'm going to take a little pause, turn the light in my room on, light another candle by me, set up my weed, and then I'll be back, and I'll turn the music back on. Because I do feel as though it is nice and important to set the ambiance. It is nice and important to, create a space in which healing can really be done. So I'll be back, and because the natural light is going to go soon. So, and as you can see that beautiful reflection from my candle. So yes, 1 second. Okay, so welcome back. I hope you all took a break. I hope you all got some tea. So before we begin, I wanted to say, guess how long I was gone for? And whoever can guess the correct amount of time, minutes and seconds, that I was gone for. And I will write it on this piece of paper. First person to guess the correct amount of time will get a free reading. And I'm going to write it on this paper that says how to begin the journey back to self. And I will reveal the winner and the time when I post my next tarot reading or when I do another teaching video. So let me get myself settled. We will use the cards to assist us today on this shadow work journey. We will use my intuition. This is a space of peace. This is a space of love. I really, truly, as I'm beginning my page, want this to be a space of understanding. I will only allow honesty and evolution and conversations. I record on my phone because I don't yet have actual editing equipment, but it's okay. The lessons don't stop nonetheless. So, this is a video on how to begin shadow work. I encourage you to bring out a notebook, get a pen, and yeah, let's begin. Ooh. So in the 3-part video that I had posted, that I had mentioned earlier, I spoke a lot about how white supremacy is very much at the root of a lot of our trauma and dismantling or beginning to dismantle systems of white supremacy within ourselves, which to me means ingrained beliefs and ingrained programming indoctrinated into us through systems of programming like our parents, through parents, through school, through TV. But what I didn't touch on was how to actually start to recognize white supremacy, in a sense, in ourselves and those patterns, and how to begin the journey of uncovering those layers and then removing those layers. The reason I was called to do this video is because I'm watching a lot of people talk about manifestation and wanting to manifest things in abundance, specifically abundance into their lives. And I feel as though that we are in a time period where resources are being hoarded by the top 1% of the world. And therefore, resources are scarce or becoming scarce for people at the bottom. We are living in a world where survival is largely becoming necessary. And more of us are forgetting what it means to thrive. 60, 70, 80-hour work weeks. We are realizing how unbeneficial a system like this is to the human ecology. And because of this, we are now, and because of this, we are looking towards new ways of being and new ways of existing in our society, as groups, as people. And with this, spirituality has had a boom, which is interesting to me because it's capitalized spirituality, which is sad. But spirituality is one of those things where there is no quick know-how get to. I think that we are listening to a lot of people who are able to manifest abundance because they were able to learn certain tips and tricks. But I feel that I'm being called to tell people that the true way to manifest is to heal. There is no secret water trick. There is no secret prayer. It's healing. It's a return to self. To consciously manifest. And when I say consciously manifest, I mean to manifest realities for ourselves that are truly joyous, not just prosperous, because I'm learning that it is to be joyous, because truly you can have all the money in the world and still not be happy. And so our goal is to be prosperous, yes, but because of language, prosperity has become wealth, and wealth has become how much resources you have. We have to start understanding that life can be more than just the amount of resources you have. But that takes healing, and that takes understanding white supremacist teachings that were ingrained into us. And so the first thing I'm being called to do is to tell my story of who I am, of my devil. I came to the US when I was 7 with my mother, and then lived in an abusive household for the next 15 years of my life, until I was then able to leave and run away to college, and was then able to transform or begin the transformations into the person I am today, and I'm continuing to evolve into. So how do we begin that shadow work? I think that we are born into a world that is chaotic, and then because of that chaos, we are just used to chaoticness in our lives. But it weighs on us, and it weighs on us in the forms of anxiety. It weighs on us in the forms of depression and all the other mental health effects that are a result of living in a capitalistic society. And so my tip number 1 that I would say for how to begin shadow work is to search for peace. That is my first tip. Tip number 1 would be to search for peace. Search for the things that bring you joy. I knew that when I left home and went to college, I would need a grounding system in order to not get lost by the waves, in order to not get hardened. But like all young horses do. We get lost in the ways of life. But my true healing began when I began to search for peace. I had dreams, Six of Cups, of abundance. You know, I'm an immigrant girl who came from West Africa. I'm Nigerian. With my mom on a plane, having the American dream. Had these dreams, and that's why I went to college too, even though I realized that college was not for me. I had these dreams, but I didn't know how to manifest them. And if I did manifest them, I would lose them. What I want us to know is that we are consciously manifesting. Everything that we have in our space is something that we have manifested, both negative and positive. It is a matter of cleansing our energetic field and cleansing our belief systems. So, tip 1 was to find peace, and tip 2 is to choose yourself. Tip 2 is to choose yourself. Tip 1 is to search for peace, because I think that that is something that everyone can benefit from, is to look for things that bring peace to their space, brings peace to their lives, to their environment. Because with peace, I want to make sure that I'm careful with my words and give good enough tips in order for people to be able to actually implement these into their lives. So for me, an example of something, which is an example for everyone, because I think that we are hamsters in a wheel, and we are used as distractions for each other. People distract each other from the realities of what is going on. We are our own prisoners and our own guards in a weird way. We keep the system in check. Like, we make sure that each other is operating to the specific codes that are implemented by white supremacy. Anyway, and so for me, when I say find peace, I guess you could start by finding peace in removing certain, I would say thoughts, because it really does start with thought patterns. I would say start with removing destructive thought patterns. That's tip number 3, is start with removing destructive thought patterns. And how do we realize what is a destructive thought pattern? A destructive thought pattern is something that puts us last. It is something that makes us, that cements the idea that we are less than, right? Or cements the idea that or something that is going to harm us is a destructive thought pattern. I feel like that's a good enough example. Something that is going to harm, whether it be like, oh, it's okay that I fight for this person's love, or that I continue to use this drug, or I continue to go here. Like, it's okay, even though that it harms me, like, whatever. Like, no, that is a destructive thought pattern. Why are you choosing chaos, right? And I think that really, truly, in all of this, the real first tip in healing or beginning shadow work is to choose peace. Like I said, it really is to choose peace. It's to decide what you want in life. Because I know for me, what began my journey was realizing that I only wanted to be with people and in spaces that were celebratory. Darkness has its place. Darkness has its use, but it is not a space in which that we should occupy too often. I think that darkness is a place that we are often called to in order to meditate on specific aspects of self and specific aspects of life. But I do not believe that darkness then has to be a place of residence. And so for me, we have to choose rest. We have to choose peace. And that's something else to choose rest. In a capitalistic society, it is so hard to choose rest. It is so hard to believe that you deserve to lie down and close your eyes. You have to work to deserve rest. And the truth is no. And in the first 3-part series that I did on what shadow work is, I really did highlight and pinpoint that a lot of these traumas and a lot of our healing is going to have to come from unlearning white supremacist values. And white supremacist values are capitalistic at its core. Capitalistic at its core, that means that we have to survive rather than thrive. And I love that I said that, because that reminds me of that the beginning of this is changing your mindset. It's changing your mindset from a lack to an abundance mindset. And when that is looking for peace is asking yourself the questions of, what is it that's going to bring me peace? What is it that's going to bring me joy? So that's an exercise that I would like you to do on your own if you are going to be a subscriber of my channel, and you are at the beginning of your shadow work. I want you to create a list of 10 things that bring you peace. Or go about your week, or this might be more fun and would actually might be more helpful. I would advise everyone to have a journal. When I began my manifestation journey, I got a journal, and my manifestation journey is my healing journey, is my shadow work journey, is my life journey, because I know it'll be a lifelong journey and lifelong work to do whatever it is that I need to accomplish. And it is 17 minutes into this already, so I will be pausing this soon and then making a part 2 of this video, in order to make sure that it's not too long, because it's probably going to be like 25 minutes, because this is part 2 and it's already 17 something. So I am going to pause it now, and then when I come back into part 2, it'll really be tips, or we'll just continue the conversation with tips on how to continue shadow work.